Yo, I hit the jeweler, got some goals. I sold a little weed, but I could never sell my soul. And when I'm in LA, you find me out in Lil Tote. Come a vocal with my ramen, I'ma need another bowl. Let's go.
A Has-Been Hotel.
Well, howdy ho, everyone. Welcome to this this new video. You know, I got this package from YouTube. Let me just censor my address here. My address is right there. Bruh. I honestly would probably be more excited for this award, but the issue is that I literally waited like 3 weeks for it. I got 100K, that's the first thing. And then I needed to get, before I could get my award here, my prestigious award, I needed to get verified. However, the issue is it took YouTube like a fucking week or so to get me verified. But they got me verified, so that's good, that's good. Then there has to be a notification on how to get your award and your redemption code and everything. Took me 3 weeks. Never got a redemption code. So I had to wait 3 weeks and then email YouTube to get it. Because I watched this this YouTube tutorial. How to get YouTube award. GTA 5 money glitch. Also, my camera is literally out of batteries. Gonna have to use my iPhone. Anyways, I ended up having to email YouTube, and then within 48 hours, they gave me a redemption code. So let me get this straight. 3 weeks, I never get a notification. Even when I sent the email, I never got a notification in my Creator Studio. However, when I email YouTube, they give me a redemption code via email in less than 48 hours. I literally do not understand. But whatever, I'm in my kitchen, and we're gonna funny unbox. All right, I got the bottom part open. Let's here's the big grand reveal.
Lemon on the chain with the V cut.
Yeah. Black. All right, here's the reveal number 2. Whoa, I got a letter. Susan, what? Let's read this letter.
Somebody once told me. I put that bitch in the backseat. I put that bitch in the way.
Pickle Rick. Society Awards.
Society!
Alright, let's remove this. Nice little letter from Susan herself. Oh, my fingy. Whoa, it's even better in person. It's flex on him. I'm flexing, bro. Oh, it's cool. It's nice. It's metal. Didn't expect it to be metal. It's very nice. Look at my shirt. Look at that shirt. That's one fire-ass shirt. Thank you all. I guess we'll go to the second part of the video. I don't know. Hello, welcome to the second part of the video. I was gonna do a different type of video, but by the time I upload this, I will literally be in Colorado on vacation. And I need a quick video so that I don't spend a week not making content. So here are some words that I want to say to anybody who is an up-and-coming and/or wannabe creator. I've had a lot of people ask me, how do I be a YouTube creator? So hopefully this video finally answers a bunch of people's questions. Overall, these are a large amount of mistakes I think new creators tend to make. And sometimes even big creators make them. So this is my advice to any and all new creators. First of all, don't expect fame immediately. Nobody gets famous on their first try. For example, I opened this channel in 2012, but it took me at least 4 to 5 years to get anything resembling a fan base. And it took me another 4 to 5 to reach 100K. So in total, it took 8 years of trial and error to get to where I am now. So if you want to do YouTube, expect a lot of patience. because you really aren't going to gain traction immediately. Number 2, don't be afraid to fail. If your YouTube career doesn't work, try again. If you don't get famous on YouTube, try again. And this isn't just for YouTubers either. If you fail at being a YouTuber, try again somewhere else. One of the most important quotes I have ever heard in my life is, "Success is failing 9 times and getting up 10. And I am going to warn you, you are going to fail in life. But that doesn't make you a failure, because a failure failure is consumed by his shortcomings, while a successful person is strengthened by his shortcomings. So don't be afraid to fail. Do, however, prepare to pick yourself back up. Number 3, experiment. I have had so many people come to me and say, yeah, how do I edit a video? How do I edit with this program? Or how do I edit like you and all that? And my answer is to experiment. Some of the greatest lessons I have ever had in film editing have been, believe it or not, from just me screwing around and experimenting. Now, yes, film classes and video tutorials on YouTube absolutely help. They are a fantastic way of finding out how things work, where things are, but even then, I view them as giant tour guides. However, to be a truly great editor, you have to experiment. And same with writing, or same with basically anything, you have to experiment. On my second channel, I have these videos called Comedy 1080p, and yeah, they're meant to be funny and stupid videos, but they're also ways for me to experiment. See what I can do with my own skills and see if I can improve on them. And I would highly recommend that other creators do the same. You don't have to make it public, but you do have to experiment. You'd be surprised with what you can learn. Number 4, don't just copy, find your own voice. Influences are phenomenal, and finding a similar style off of your influences, especially when you're starting out, is great. However, one of the biggest mistakes I've seen is when people just try and copy and paste off of someone else, instead of finding their own voice. In the midst of all these inspirations and people you're inspired by, you should also be finding your own opinion, your own voice, not just following the pack. You could say that this is kind of my way of saying just be yourself, but it's also kinda not, because I really hate it when people say just be yourself, because there's no technical or practical lesson to be learned from just be yourself. It's taking a complex question and boiling it down to a simple answer that may or may not work. And I mean that nicely, but I also mean that honestly. And furthermore, how do you be yourself? What if you don't know yourself that well? What if you have self-esteem issues? Then that's a case of, I have to be myself? You see why I hate that answer? Just be yourself? I don't think it's necessarily wrong. You should be finding your own voice and your own personality. And you shouldn't let your own perception of yourself judge that. However, all that I just said is never mentioned in the term just be yourself. So let me give a more practical, more down-to-earth, and more realistic answer. Inspirations are great. You should be inspired by other people to make content. However, within that, you should also find something that makes you special. And for people that are wondering, well, how do I do that? That's where this next thing comes in. Number 5, find things you don't like about your favorite creators. This is especially helpful if you are new. I've mentioned before that when I was doing Sonic content, Sonic 93 was one of my biggest inspirations. Of course, now she's kinda devolved, to say the least, but that was a long time ago, and also I still value the things that her content has taught me. And while I liked the points she made, one thing I didn't like was the humor. The humor in her videos tended to be awkward and poorly timed, so I went, what if I focused more on the comedy in my videos? What if I added les funny memes in my videos? And that was part of my very early philosophy and continues into the modern Dumbsville videos, which is to embrace modern meme culture as much as I can, while also providing an interesting perspective. And I want to tell you guys to do the same. Find your favorite creators and think about, what do I not like about them? And that includes me. Find what you don't like in my videos and make that your big thing. That, I think, makes a truly great creator, someone who is willing to innovate like that. Number 6, know your limits. This is especially important in the age of cancel culture, and especially after a bunch of heavily divisive drama. I have literally seen friends of mine get completely swallowed up in the Toby drama, simply because they didn't know their limits. And part of the reason I quit drama content was because I realized that I had a limit. Sometimes you just aren't capable of talking about a certain thing or getting involved in a certain drama or whatnot, and that's completely okay. Know your limits, know your threshold, and don't be afraid to avoid something if you don't want to get involved. And finally, YouTube is a hobby first and a job second. You should be getting into YouTube as an outlet for yourself. YouTube should be a creative outlet and a hobby first and foremost. Otherwise, 1, you will be disappointed if things don't work out the way you want them to, and secondly, you simply won't have fun, which is absolutely miserable. That is a place you don't want to be in. When it comes to YouTube, you will want to have a passion
passion for it. If you don't have the passion, then why bother? That's just some of the advice I have for you today. If I have any more, I'm probably forgetting it. But those are the things that I have learned while being a YouTube creator. And I hope you all learned something from that. But overall, thank you all for 100K. It's still kinda weird that I'm up here now, and it still feels like I'm halfway new to it all. Especially after I changed my content pretty drastically. But thank you all for everything. Y'all are amazing, I love you all, and I got a lot more stuff coming up. When I get home from Colorado, I'm hoping to work on Alpha and Omega 7. And then after that, Wonder Woman 1984, because that film sucks. But anyways, I love you all, thank you for 100K, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. And most importantly, as always, I will see you guys in the next Dumbsville video.
Fuck you in the lane you came with. Me and you ain't on the same shit. You ain't in my lane, bitch. Nah, throw that shit in fifth. Rollie on my wrist. Ay, baby, you a star. I'm my only wish. I'm counting blue hundreds. I'm too money. Ay, and my little bitch, she too lovely. Yeah, hanging up and calling me right back. Ay, baby, why you calling me like that? Yeah, getting high with the seat laid back. Baby, gon' relax, yeah. Hey, they don't know the half, yeah. No matter what happened, I got your back. Baby, that's the facts, yeah. That's the facts, yeah.
What the heck? What is this? I think Pear's the imposter! What? Oh, Pear. You guys, if you think Pear is looking pretty sus right now, you should hit that subscribe button. Yeah, do it! No, don't